Hi guys! Well, as you can see, today I'm making a bundt cake, which is my favorite no-fuss dessert to make and to decorate. Bundt cakes are perfect if you aren't feeling very inspired to decorate, or you just want a simple cake that still looks really quite pretty with little to no effort. So let's get started! So this is everything that I'll be using to make this chocolate bundt cake. I'm going to make the cake mix exactly as it says on the back of the box, using oil, water, and eggs. And then I need a regular size bundt cake pan. As you can see, I have a couple of different sizes. I'm going to be using the biggest one that I have. And then I'm going to use mini chocolate chips and heavy whipping cream to make the frosting or the drizzle that's going to go on the top of the cake. So the first thing I'm going to do is open the extra pouch of chocolate that comes in the box, and I'm going to use a whisk or a fork to break up any of the clumps, and then I'm going to add a third a cup of water and mix it together and then set it aside. Next, I'm going to open up my cake mix into a mixing bowl, and again I'm going to use my whisk just to break up any of the clumps that might be in the mix. Then I'm going to break open my 3 eggs into a measuring cup. It's always good to do them in a separate bowl just in case any of the eggs are bad or you lose a shell. You don't want to be fishing eggshells out of your cake mix. That can get messy real quick. Now I'm going to add my eggs into my dry cake mix. Then I'm going to add in my water as well as my oil, just as it says on the back of the box. It also says to use a spoon and not a hand mixer to combine everything together. So that's why I'm using a spoon to sort of mix everything and get it all incorporated. Now I'm applying Crisco and flour to my bundt cake pan to ensure that my cake easily comes out with no problems. You can of course use spray oil for this if you'd like, but I tend to prefer Crisco and flour. The next step is pouring the cake mix into my prepared pan. Then I'm going to add spoonfuls randomly of the extra chocolate fudge, and I'm using a skinny tool just to swirl the cake mix and the fudge together. So all of my batter is in my pan, and now I'm going to give it just a little tap on the countertop before placing my pan into the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. After my pan was cool, I decided to get a plate and some wax paper and flip out my cake to finish cooling. You can leave it in the pan if you want, I just decided to do it this way. Next, I'm adding some mini chocolate chips into a measuring cup with some heavy whipping cream, and this is going to melt down and become the frosting or the drizzle that's going to be on my bundt cake. I usually do about 3/4 of a cup of mini chocolate chips to 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, and I place my mini chips and my cream into a measuring cup, and then I place it into the microwave for about a minute. I take it out and I stir it until it's nice and smooth, and then I can pour it onto my cake. So I decided that I wanted to add some chopped pecans to my cake, just to give it a little something extra. So I placed a handful onto a cutting board and I chopped them up, but I didn't want them all to be the same size. So some of them I chopped up really roughly, and the others I chopped up to much smaller pieces. So now it's time to decorate this bundt cake, and all I have to do with a bundt cake is pour my slightly cooled chocolate ganache right over the top. Because of the pretty design that the bundt pan gives the cake, it looks so beautiful, and it just randomly falls and dribbles down the sides of the cake, and it looks just so gorgeous to me. Once I have all that beautiful chocolate ganache poured on my cake, then I'm going to add some mini chocolate chips as well as my chopped pecans, but I'm just adding them right on the top of my cake. I'm not putting them all over. And that's really it. That's all that there is to decorating a bundt cake. It's so easy, so elegant, and so simple, and it looks just beautiful. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and thanks for watching.